What's up, guys? Welcome back to Streetcar Shenanigans YouTube channel. In today's episode, we're going to catch you up on where Dan and I have been for the last, I don't know, since you've seen us last. And we want to show you guys an update on some of the projects, or the one project that we're going to share in this video. So we have been discussing about changing some of our YouTube stuff. Obviously, you guys haven't heard from us in a long time, but the main reason is on that. We're just super busy. So thank you guys all so much for the support and getting people in here. We are starting to turn the dial back onto YouTube to show you guys what is going on in the shop. We have a lot of cool stuff going on, and we're like, hey, you guys aren't seeing it, but thank you guys for reaching out and seeing everything. We're going to really try to get to 2 or 3 uploads a week, which is our goal. So keep us accountable. Comment down below if you'd like to see that from us. But we're going to do one video a week that's a little bit different than the other ones, and we'll get to that later in the video. First, let's jump to the fun stuff in this video, which is an update on Project Loch Ness, which is behind me here. You guys have not seen a lot on this build until now. If you follow us on Instagram, obviously you've seen some of our picture updates on it, but you haven't seen the car via YouTube yet. So we really want to share this. We're really excited about it. The car is looking really badass. It's for its first time. It's sitting on the ground off the lift. So let's kind of just jump right into this project, show you guys what we've done to it so far. All right, so as you can see, the Foxbody is on the ground, and it is a beautiful color. I'll try to get the whole thing in here. Let's check out the engine bay. The best part about this car so far is definitely the engine bay. All the work to put the Scott rod panels in this car and smooth everything out was really paid off. It turned out beautifully. The Coyote with the Cobra Jet just looks so at home in this thing, and it is just beautiful. So this is an RGR built, or I should say it's a combination of the 2 engine builders that we utilize the most, which is Rich Grow Racing Engines, who did the heads, camshafts, timing components to allow this thing to really scream. It's all spec'd around the Cobra Jet manifold and huge throttle body with mechanical linkage that we're going to be using. It does have lockouts. It has like stage 3 ported heads, has long tubes, big long tubes. It has a lot of power by the hour components to get the alternator flipped like this, some of their other bracketry to get the Hydro Boost conversion to work. And then we do have a full 03, 04 Cobra Hydro Boost conversion. So it's got the Hydro Boost off of a Cobra, it's got the steering rack off of a Cobra, and we're just finishing some of the finished details on that. Just today, actually, we got the clutch cable in. We got Maximum Motorsports, who is really on board with pretty much this whole project. We got their brake pedal assembly in here. We have their clutch quadrant, adjustable firewall adjuster, caster camber plates, front K member, rear torque arm, all sorts of really cool stuff. So I want to show you guys the top side. That's what we're working on today, and you guys will see the bottom side in the next video. But just look at this thing, so sick. T56 Magnum, it's right there ready to go in. We're going to put that in by the end of the week. Get a drive shaft made, get that in here. The ride height is just killer. Huge brakes. We got custom powder coated Willwood with a pony logo on them. That's a pretty nice touch, but they're giant, like 15-inch rotors in the front. Still GT spoiler, new tail lights. It's gonna be a tailpipe car. Cobra rear bumper, Cervini side body kit, and then stock front bumper. PAB Auto Collision out of Kenosha. Shout out to Dominic and Brian Amberzini. Actually painted this car. They did a fantastic job on it. Really great value, great color. It is Grigio Attesto or Grigio Telsetto. I don't know. I'll post the name on in the comments down below if you want to check it out. But it's most commonly seen on Lamborghinis. It is also used by BMW and Porsche. but the most common one that you'll see on the internet is Lamborghinis. but it's awesome. It's like a deeper Nardo gray, but it's more blue and like a heavy blue pearl in it. And it's super, super awesome. We love it. It's a badass color. The wheels are kind of temporary, although they are growing on us. This car will end up getting like a set of BC forged or CCWs on it. But for right now, these actually look pretty good. We thought the color gray might clash a little bit, but they fit good, they look good. No rush to change them. We do have a 2-inch Cervini's cowl hood up on the wall over there, so that's gonna go on here as well. It looks awesome with that. Windows still gotta get tinted. I mean, there's obviously still a lot of work to do. But as of right now, we wanna kind of give you guys an update of what it looks like, because you guys have been seeing a lot of the pictures updates, but no video update. So it looks so clean. I think I finished everything that needs to happen underneath the dash on the driver's side. I'm just waiting for the steering column to dry. I threw some paint on it. And then we'll get that in here. Steering shaft's ready in, racks in, and then it'll be a steering roller. Bump steer is way off, so we do have to do something different about the bump steer. The kit and everything that I have on it is not matching well. So I'm gonna call Maximum tomorrow, get some of that stuff confirmed, because when you put the car up or down like an inch, the front wheels go like in and out like an inch, which is far too much. It's gonna cause this thing to drive terribly as it's set up now. So probably gonna end up having to take the spindles off or drilling them to a 5/8 hole. Doing it on the car really, really sucks. But at least we can use like a long 5/8 bolt and use the Maximum bump steer kit, which would probably correct this. Or the reason we're running into this, to give you guys a little education on the Maximum stuff, they give you 2 mounting locations for the control arm, and the upper mounting location is for like a really low car. I mean, as you can see, this one qualifies for really low. We're running a narrowed rear end. We have the wheel lips. PAB cut all the wheel lips out of it, so this is just gonna tuck in there. It's gonna be perfect. You guys can get a little sneak peek of what the bottom looks like. Coilovers, torque arm. And the front sits out wider, typical Maximum, but with a lot of camber, it'll tuck that perfectly also. So this is pretty much the ride height that we want the car to be at finished. And it looks sick, it sits perfect. But Maximum Motorsports allows you 2 different mounting locations for their front. I can probably show it to you. Oh, you can't really see it, but that bolt right there, there's another one like 1.25 inches down or so that you can put that control arm in. So you can see now that the tie rod end is really aggressive angle up, and then the steering, or the A-arm, is like straight across. Now the A-arm being straight across is like perfect design. That's what you want it straight across, which is why they give you 2 mounting holes. The upper mounting hole is higher than factory, so when you lower the car a ton, like we did, you can get that A-arm to be like straight across. However, what we're running into now is a bump steer problem, because those angles of those 2 arms are not like parallel. They should kind of like move up and down parallel. Then the wheel won't go in and out as the suspension changes geometry. So I'm thinking that I'm either gonna have to run that A-arm in a stock position, which I don't think is gonna hinder the performance of the car at all, but I wanna run it past them. Or I have to drill and run a long bump steer stud, because I probably gotta drop that outer tie rod almost 1.5 inches, maybe even 2 inches, to get those angles to match up. So I know that the front geometry is perfect. So that's what we got going on. We got an organized mess here going on with the stock hardware and where everything's gonna start going back together. We are putting AC back on the car. We're getting a list together of some of the final things that we need to order. We gotta get like a gas tank protection thing, because that one looks terrible. It's never gonna come back to a reconditionable condition. The exhaust doesn't seem like it's really gonna work as well as I was hoping. So we bought ARH's long tubes that clear the K-member beautifully. They're awesome in the K-member, not so great in the mid-pipe department. Looks like it's gonna hit the trans cross member on the driver's side, or it's gonna be really close and have to get ground to fit, but it's definitely not gonna clear the torque arm cross member in the back of the car. So that's gonna be a problem, which is gonna require some modification, of course. So that'll be fun. We were planning on doing a custom exhaust from their back. Now we're just pretty much gonna be doing a custom exhaust from the header's back, utilizing and probably chopping up and modifying the mid-pipe, which is okay. It'll give us a good start. But that's kind of last on the list. We're not too worried about exhaust. We want to get everything plumbed, wired. We got to get a battery relocation kit for it. We're going to run all the battery power wires and the Holley wiring. up to the front so we can put the interior in it, because there's not a whole lot of stuff we have to do to the inside. Now I want you guys to chime in. So if you're a huge Foxbody fan and you're still watching this long, this has a titanium gray interior in pretty good condition. It needs to be scrubbed up, but aside from that, it's in pretty good shape. Would you guys paint it black to have black interior, or would you leave it titanium and run it as it is? What do you guys think? We're curious because we're kind of torn on the two ideas. The windows are always going to be tinted black, so you're not really going to see a whole lot through the outside.
We're not huge fans of painting the interior either.
Yeah, but we're also not crazy about the idea of painting the interior and essentially flaking off, not being prepped right, or whatever. You know, you scratch it and it's gray underneath. So, and if you are a Foxbody person, you know that black interiors for these things are gold right now. So at least it's titanium gray. I think that's a good color. It's obviously the color of my notch. We have a black headliner for it, black carpet, so it'll kind of have some contrast. And it's going to get some kind of racing seat and rear seat delete anyway. But comment down below, what do you guys think? Titanium or black? I think that's about as far as we're going to go in on this car for right now. It is getting a Holly, it's getting a digital dash, it's getting a ton of cool stuff. So make sure you smash the subscribe button down below so you guys can see updates on this car as we start getting it together in the coming weeks. We're really, really excited to drive it. It has built rear end, 9-inch axles. It's got a true track. It has 456 rear gears because we're gonna turn this thing at like 8,500 RPM. So it's gonna be super sweet. And the reason we're doing that is hopefully to help the combination, because when you put lockouts on a Coyote car, you eliminate the ability for the camshafts to advance and retard to help maybe build that low end or peak torque range. So by putting a ton of gear in it, we can sing it up into the RPM, get it to where it's making all the power, and then keep it up there with the close ratio T56 Magnum. And then we customized the T56 Magnum by removing the 5th and 6th gear out of it and putting the 5th and 6th gear out of the wide ratio, which is a 0.62 fifth or a 0.68 fifth and a 0.50 sixth. And if you guys have seen on the video before, that's what's in Dan's car. And it goes 80 miles an hour at 2,000 RPM. Now it's with a 355 rear gear, but 87, it's fast. You go fast. You go fast at 2,000 RPM. So this thing will cruise like a normal car because it has a huge tall gear in the back. But this thing will probably do like 70 miles an hour, 68 to 70 miles an hour at that same RPM. So you can still cruise it, but once you get into those first through fourth, this thing's just gonna be a freaking ripper because it is just NA. It's no boost, no nitrous. And this is kind of designed, inspired to be a road race car. Will it ever really see a road course in a track mentality, meaning full send? Probably not. Will it see a road course for like a touring lap and see kind of how she does? Absolutely. But I'm not too positive that once you resto something this nicely that you go and road course it. I don't know, it just seems like a little sketchy. I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I mean, who knows? I probably got this. We got this much money in the Tramp over the years, and we're out sending that thing every day. But it's hard. It's so nice. As soon as you paint something, it's difficult to thrash on it. I feel like that's my thoughts on painting a car. You guys can see that there's a black hole behind me. We have officially expanded into what used to be the old fab shop. So that is all ours now. I'm not gonna turn the light on because we got our buddy's truck on the lift. We got the cleanest GT500 race car that I've ever seen, but it deserves much more than just a quick honorable mention in this video. And there's some other really badass cars over there that are waiting to get in to the shop side. So thank you guys so much for staying tuned and clicking back in. If you can, please like and share this video to somebody who you also think is a car guy. I'm gonna give you guys a very, very sneak peek at what might be happening in the next video update. Because this thing has come quite a long way. But that's all you see on that. We're starting a project that's been hanging around the shop for a long time, so subscribe for that. And you guys will be seeing us cranking out some more content, cranking out some more projects. All right, so if you watched this far, you're obviously dedicated to Streetcar Shenanigans YouTube channel, and we thank you so much if you haven't clicked out of this channel yet. But we want to do something different to the channel. I want to kind of mix it up a little bit. So I obviously want to keep bringing you guys like our shop vlogs, our updates, our builds that we're doing, both personal and professional. But I want to start featuring your guys' cars. So if you're local and you're in the area, we want to add a video a week to our repertoire of YouTube that is showcasing someone's build. Now it could be shop built by somebody else. It could obviously be shop built by us. It could be built by you guys at home. It could be built by your dad and you inherited it, or he gave it to you, or we don't care how you got it, what it is. It doesn't need to be a Mustang. It doesn't need to be a Vet. It could be whatever you got. And we want to do a quick video on it. You can let us drive it if you're comfortable with that. That'd be awesome. If not, obviously you can take us for a ride in it. We want to showcase it. We're going to broadcast it across our social media. So you'll get a boosted promotion on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And we will share that build with the world. So if you are interested in having your car, or you know somebody whose car might qualify for that, please, please, please either comment below or email us, find us on Facebook somehow, get a hold of us somehow, either send us pictures of your car or tag somebody that you think is worthy. But streetcarshenanigans@gmail.com is our email. Obviously you can find us on Facebook and Instagram with the links in the description down below. But we want to do a streetcar feature. We want to add one a week. I think the best way to do it is I want to get 3 people confirmed at once. We'll do like a 15-20 minute interview of the car and you, and kind of going over the build specs and what it has and what you like and what you don't like. Go for a test drive, and we'll do like 3 of those in one day, and they'll get released throughout the month. So I think it'd be kind of cool. It'd be add something a little bit different, show you guys some different content, and gives Dan and I a reason to go spend a Sunday not at the shop. So that's kind of like a win-win for all of us. It almost adds like a new twist of the hobby to us, rather than working here 75 hours a week and then just going home on Sunday for a little while. So anyway, thank you guys once again for watching. Make sure you subscribe down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.